Hello everyone, welcome back once again to the virtual class of history. So in the previous class we discussed the causes of the Second World War, and in which we discussed the dissatisfactions with the Treaty of Versailles, rise of fascism as well as Nazism we discussed. Okay, so today we'll discuss the leftover topics of the causes of the Second World War. So if you have not watched the previous video, please do watch it for your better understanding, so that you can understand these three more topics which is left out. Okay, so let's start our today's class. So Japan invasion of China. So Japan invasion of China. Okay, so this is also one of the important cause of the Second World War. Let me tell you, Japan, a Nippon country, for many years Japan led a hermit life, but later on in the beginning of 19th century, many of the Europeans started knocking at the doors of Japan. Okay, and then slowly and gradually Japan also thought that we need to make our position stronger in the international politics, so that they can be known throughout the world. So Japan had a very good trading relations with America. So let me tell you in short, why did Japan invade Manchuria? Okay, Manchuria is one of the most important resourceful zone of China. Why was it invaded? In 1929, there was a Great Depression in America. So American economy was completely ruined, or we can say that the American economy was completely brought down. Okay, there was a great crash in America in the year 1929. So we can say, no, like Arthik Mandi type, right? So due to American Great Depression in 1929, that affected most of the countries of the world. Like Germany was also affected, Britain also was affected, France also was affected, and Japan also was affected. So Japan, how was Japan affected? Japan, exported silk in America. Okay, silk was the most important item which was exported to America. There was a huge demand of silk in America, but due to the great crash in America, or due to the great financial crash in America, the import of silk from Japan was reduced, and that brought a lot of economic hardship for the people of Japan, because mostly the people of Japan were involved in the silk business only. So Japanese economy had come down. So the government was very worried now what to do. The people of Japan started looking forward towards the government of Japan. So Japan, in order to divert the attention of the people of Japan, as well as to compensate the losses which was incurred due to the Great Depression of America, they captured Manchuria. In Japan invaded China. So China, which part? Manchuria. So Manchuria was one of the most important resourceful zone of China. Okay, that was invaded and captured. Okay. So if you think that Japan was silent for many years, all of a sudden they captured, no, Japan was very active. So during the Second World War, when Second World War broke out, Japan continued her aggressive policy in Southeast Asia. Okay, America warned Japan many times, don't do all this nonsense. Okay, again and again they were warned. When Japan ignored this warning, okay, then America stopped export of steel and iron to Japan. They also stopped export of steel and iron to Japan. Okay, so it is mentioned that when Japan ignored this warning, America stopped export of steel and iron to Japan. Okay, and the step of America created great resentment among the people of Japan. And then Japan, what did Japan do? Japan entered into the agreement with Germany. So on one side, Japan had captured Manchuria, one of the most important resourceful zone of China. So Japan thought that right now I am very much alone, so I need a friend. And on the other side, America was giving Japan warning again and again. So in this situation, Japan entered into an agreement with Germany. Okay, Japan entered with an agreement with Germany, and the non-aggression and neutrality pact with Russia also was signed. On one side, Japan entered into the agreement with Germany, which came to be known as anti-Comintern pact, which was signed in the year 1936. Okay, and this anti-Comintern pact after 1 year, that is in the year 1937, was joined by Italy, and then it came to be known as Rome Berlin Tokyo axis. This happened later on. So we are discussing about Manchuria, that means we are discussing about Japan invasion of China. This is the reason. So after that, what happened? When China was invaded, when Manchuria was captured, what happened next? Japan found that now the international community will pressurize, and the two important parties of China will also unite together, and that will bring a problem for Japan. So that time Japan joined hands with Germany and signed a treaty which came to be known as anti-Comintern pact. And this anti-Comintern pact later on was joined by Italy, and all these three together, when they joined hands, it came to be known as Rome Berlin Tokyo axis. Okay, Rome Berlin Tokyo axis. And on the other side, to keep Russia neutral, Japan signed a non-aggression pact with Russia. That means for 10 years I am not going to be aggressive towards you, nor you will be aggressive towards me. So then what happened? After doing so, Manchuria already captured. Okay, and this brought lot of resentment among the international community, and on the other side, America was pressurizing Japan, which was refused all the time, and this pacts which was formed like Rome Berlin Tokyo axis was formed. So they are ready, they are already, three of them are ready. Whenever there will be a trouble on one country, that will be declared as trouble on all the three countries. So already, like a triple alliance, anti-Comintern pact was turned into a Rome Berlin Tokyo axis. So definitely a second stage of preparation is going on for a bigger war. So Comintern pact. Okay. Now next one we have is that failure of League of Nations. Of course, League of Nations was formed soon after the First World War, and the main objective of the League of Nations was to maintain international peace and security. But what is League of Nations doing? The most important responsibility of protecting the international peace was on the soldiers of Britain and France. Okay, Britain, France, and America, they were the three big powers who decided the Paris Peace Conference, and League of Nations was founded, my dear. But America was not happy with the terms and conditions, so he did not. Then America did not that means America did not take a serious part in maintaining international peace and security. So the entire burden of protecting world peace was on the soldier of France and Britain. So what did they do? When Germany gave up the membership of League of Nations, did they do anything? No. In 1932, when Germany gave up the League of membership, nobody stopped them. When in 1933, when disarmament conference was kicked by Germany, again the League of Nations did not do anything. So one after another, Germany is violating the terms of Treaty of Versailles, and France and England, they are not taking any action. So they followed the policy of appeasement. Okay, in 1936, when Germany and Japan entered into anti-Comintern pact, there was no one to stop them. When Italy joined hands with them and formed Rome Berlin Tokyo axis, there was nobody to stop them. So in 1937, when Rhineland was captured by Germany, did anybody stop them? No, there was no one to stop them. France and Britain, they did not bother to stop Germany. The first thing the League of Nations should have done is that when Treaty of Versailles was boycotted or kicked off by Germany, that time only they could have taught Germany a lesson, but that time they did not take any action. That means Germany became more and more encouraged, one after another, doing such activity which was not supposed to be done. The League of Nations could not stop them. So this is all. This is all the failure of League of Nations, which encouraged Germany to become more and more powerful. And on the other side, Italy also was gaining ground. So till 1934, Italy was on the side of allied powers, Britain and France. But later on in 1935, when Germany was allowed to increase the naval power, that time Italy realized that I am on the wrong side. So Italy decided I should be on the right side. So Italy also joined hands with Germany through Anti-Comintern Pact, which was already there. Italy joined it in 1937. In 1936, Anti-Comintern Pact. 1937, Italy joined it, pact. Then after 1937, what happened? Germany invaded Austria. In 1934, when Nazis entered Austria, at that time Austrians were supported by Italy. Okay, that is why the first attempt of 1934 completely was a failure. But now in 1937, Italy is on the side of Germany. So in 1938, Germany invaded Austria and brought Austria under its control. That is known as Anschluss, reunion of Austria with Germany. Did you understand? So this is all about the failure of League of Nations. What is League of Nations doing? League of Nations is completely silent. Maybe they had certain problems. They don't want to drag their countries into the war, and they thought that if I try to stop Germany, they may resort to war. And right now, England thought I cannot rely upon the strength of France and Russia. I cannot depend upon them. That is why maybe the Prime Minister of Britain was not ready to drag Europe into the war. That is why whatever they were doing, they were allowed. Okay. So all this thing happened in 1938. In 1938, let me tell you, I am now coming to Poland. In 1938, Czechoslovakia was also captured. Before that, Munich Pact was signed, and Germany was allowed to annex those territories where German populations were there. Okay, that was agreed by Britain, France and Russia. Okay, you capture it, because they thought that if I try to stop them, Germany will become more and more aggressive. But within 6 months, the entire Czechoslovakia was captured by Germany. So what did they do? Now they thought, now we are not going to surrender. Now we are not going to allow Germany to become more and more aggressive. Now we have to protect the independence of Poland. So Poland was created after the First World War, a very small zone which was also regarded as a buffer zone between Germany and Russia. Very small zone was there. Okay, and when Poland was created, East Prussia had become far away from the mainland of Germany. Okay, East Prussia had become far away from the mainland of Germany. So this is East Prussia, this is Germany, and in between, like you can see here, this is Germany. Okay, Germany. So here it is Poland, and this part is Germany. This is East Germany. So the mainland of Germany, it is becoming far away. So they wanted a road through this part. So they wanted to build a Polish corridor. They wanted a road which could connect Germany, with East Prussia, which was left out. Okay, which was completely left out. So when initially they had signed a non-aggression pact with Poland for 10 years. So now the time has come that now, after annexing Czechoslovakia, they now annexed Poland. Okay, Poland was annexed. So on 1st of September 1939. So you must remember this date, my dear. 1st of September. This is the date. 1st September 1939. So this is the date. The 1st September 1939, Germany invaded, or we can say that they annexed Poland. Okay, Poland was annexed. So now you can see that in order to protect Poland, Russia mobilized its forces. Okay, and then in order to protect Austria, Germany mobilized its forces. And by the time when all the countries were involved, World War was declared. So 3rd September 1939, England and France declared war on Germany. On 3rd of September 1939, England and France also declared war on Germany. This way, the Great War, which is also known as the Second World War, was started. Second World War was started. Okay, so this part we must try to understand that Germany never thought that there will be a great war. Germany thought that like Czechoslovakia, they will also negotiate peace with us. So we'll discuss on these issues and all, but Germany never thought that England and France, okay, they will not negotiate, but they will retaliate, and it was just the opposite reaction of England and France, which resulted into the Second World War. Okay, so Second World War continued. So a long history of Second World War is there. So as per a reduced syllabus, this much only. So if you wish, if you request me for a video on the Second World War, you can mention down in the comment box. I'll make a video on the Second World War also, but that will not be included for your board exams. Okay, this much only you have to study. This is the part we have to study. Like you may be asked, like with reference to the causes of the Second World War, explain dissatisfaction with the Treaty of Versailles. Then they may ask you any 3 causes of the rise of fascism in Italy, and any 3 causes for the rise of Nazism in Germany. They may ask you like that. Then they may again ask you like failure of League of Nations. They may ask you about the failure of League of Nations. Then Hitler's invasion of Poland. So this is the one. This is the last one. Okay, the 1st of September 1939. 1st of September 1939, Germany invaded Poland. Okay, and with that on the other side, Russia mobilized its troops, Germany became ready, and then Britain and France, they declared war on Germany on 3rd of September 1939. Okay, so this is all about the causes of the Second World War. Hope you all have understood it. Okay, so this much for today. Okay, in the next class we'll discuss in short about the formation of the United Nations organizations. Okay, so till then, please take care, stay safe, bye bye.